All right, what's up? It's Lip Service, and we have a very special edition today. But first off, we got my girls.
Hey, I'm Gigi McGuire.
I'm L'Oreal.
And we got Kijafa Vick here, and we got Carmena here.
Hey.
Now, I was going to call Kijafa my friend, but I don't know, because she don't be friends with people like that.
I just like to be real, and I like my relationships to be genuine. I just don't want to walk around calling somebody a friend, and they're not really my friend.
Right. There's levels to it, though, because there's, like, associates. Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, there's people you don't like. Then there's associates.
first.
And then there's friends. And then there's family.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I feel like it's even more levels. It's neighbors.
Yeah.
I was being neighborly. Like, we were being neighbors, but I guess.
Tap your neighbor and say, neighbor.
We're not friends. We borrow shit from each other. That's it.
Absolutely. Like,
But we're talking about Miko on Baller Wives.
yeah, like if before this would have even came on, if I would have asked her my kid's name, she probably wouldn't have known. Mm-hmm. Or like my brother, what's my mom's name? You know, it's like things that we didn't call each other. We wasn't on the phone talking or, telling our most intimate secrets. I feel like that's a friend. You know, somebody I call and I'm like, girl, Mike getting on my nerves today. Like, he ain't take out the trash. He came quick last night. Like, we didn't talk like
now
that.
I'm pregnant. Fortunately, it's a boy.
We didn't have that type of relationship. Like, I didn't have any beef with her, but until the show started.
Right. But you really hurt her feelings, though, apparently.
I think it was really for the show. Mm-hmm. I think it was more so for the show because they live in my neighborhood and I've never seen you get mad because you weren't invited somewhere before. So now all of a sudden it's a problem.
Like, I'm at her house a whole lot.
Well, you guys are best friends, though.
Like, she's one of my very close friends. And I'm there. When we started filming the show.
Wait, hold on. I said best friend. You said close friend.
No, she's one of my best friends.
No, I'm playing with you.
No.
Carmena got a lot of friends.
Yeah. She's one of my best friends. Literally, she's my sister. You get what I'm saying? So it's like the words friends who became family. Like, I spend Christmas with them. I spend
Thanksgiving.
This is Thanksgiving. This is my family. It's more than that.
Carmena was there with me when my mom died. Like, when the doctors was pumping on her chest, taking her last breath, I looked over and her face, she crying more than me. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
a friend.
Imagine when you're like, oh God, please turn this around. Like, I was in the room, when her mom was going, you know what I mean? Going.
Right.
So it's just like, that whole thing was just much. And just to go back to the Miko thing, like, I only met Miko when we started this whole journey. Mm-hmm. I've never seen her. She came over the house before. They said yes, but I've never seen her. And Kijafa always has her friends like around her.
Yeah, she says she's always entertaining people too at the
I
house.
entertain so much. Like, it's just like a part of the job. My husband constantly bringing guys over. They bring their girls over, their wives over. I mean, I'm not a mean person. Of course, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna entertain you. But I don't feel like at the end of the day that just makes us friends.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree when you said it on the show. I was
We
like,
just know each other.
Yeah, we cool. I don't have no
But
beef.
she felt like y'all was building a friendship.
That could have been.
I mean, maybe, but I feel like it wasn't no work on either side. I didn't feel like
She cooked at their house.
I don't feel like she reached out to me on a regular to be my friend, and I don't feel like I reached out to her. It just
Now let me ask you this, okay? Since you do entertain a lot, right? And your husband has a lot of other ballers come over. What if they bring somebody over that's not their wife?
Like, that doesn't happen.
oh, no,
The side chick.
stuff be happening. Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
I like that. Carmena was like, I'm a publicist. You ain't a PR person today, okay,
I know that
Carmena?
kicked in like that doesn't
She didn't get the answer.
I know.
That doesn't happen.
That's never happened in the history
That's
of
why
like
you gotta
football.
mind your
I gotta be over there like it doesn't happen.
That's why you're sitting over there.
So what happens?
That's
like,
when you gotta mind your business. And you be like, okay, well, who you got this week bringing over this week?
Yikes.
because what happens like then the wife comes over and y'all, associates. Does it feel weird?
That's a tough, it's a tough situation. Like, I remember when we used to go to the games and, 1 week, one guy would have this girl and then the next week they would have their baby mama. And I'd just be like, oh, shoot. And I'm like, I got to entertain both of them.
Right. And be nice.
You sure
be
do.
nice. But my husband be like, mind your business. And I'd be like, well, babe, I want to say something. He'd be like, no,
like, shut
up. Because it put a damper in their relationship too. Like, if I'm telling one of his teammates, something that's going on, they be in the locker room like, damn, your girl told on me.
Right.
So I got to be careful what I say as well.
We had one that we were all friends with. When
I thought you said that don't happen.
Oh, yeah. Make up your
Now go back to PR.
Which one is
had
it?
one. No, I ain't going that far. The one that us to always be friends with every girl he brought around, and every time he breaks up with the girl, then we still friends with the girl. Then he be like, why you friends with her? I got a new girl now. So he wanted us to keep going, so you know what I mean? Like, then you liking the picture, and then you in pictures with, it's just weird.
It's too much.
It is. It's too much. You be like, I don't know who to be friends with. I don't know. Hi.
And guess what? In the position you play, as far as just, being cool, is probably the best role to take.
Absolutely.
Because that way you ain't in the mix and all the
Mind your business.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just mind my business. I be nice to everybody. Hey, how
Now,
are you?
Carmena, are you in a relationship? Are you married?
No, I'm single.
Would you recommend that she date a football
Hell no.
player?
Absolutely not.
And I work with football players.
I know you do,
No.
and I'm sure they.
No, you don't want to. It's like, what the hell? Would you?
After you see
I don't know.
all that
But any of y'all want to date a football player?
I would date anybody that I like, but I've never dated a football player, so I don't know. I don't even know.
had to
what
be
it's like.
it's not good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I dated the football
Why do
player,
y'all say
too.
that?
Everything that glitter is not gold. No.
I feel like an athlete, period.
People
I'm not just
behind
gonna
the
say
scenes.
Yeah, not just
player.
football, but just
Nah,
athletes in general.
Yeah.
Think about
There's
it,
a lot
like
that come
all
along
the
with it.
traveling, all the girls, all the.
Absolutely.
But Kijafa, you're married to a football player.
Girl, we was dating forever in a day before we got married.
Uh-huh.
Like forever. So we've been through a lot.
Yes,
I
y'all
met
have.
him when I was 21. So
you guys met in the club, right?
Yes.
That's crazy.
At a
Who was
nightclub.
hollering at who?
He was all in my face.
Let him tell it.
all
Let
in
him
my
tell it.
face. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had just turned 21. I'm in the club, and I don't know. This night I must have been looking good because all the guys was just buying me drinks. I had like 4 drinks.
And it was your birthday.
You was
And
blown.
no,
It was right after my birthday, about a month later, and all the guys was just like coming to me. So I see this guy, he's smiling. I see his teeth. I'm like, oh, he look good. He
got teeth.
Yeah, and he all black and chocolate. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker is fine. And all of a sudden they called it was a shaky booty contest. That's what they called it. It wasn't a twerk contest.
I know you did not
Wait,
win the
you
shaky
was
booty
in the-
contest.
No, not me. No, not me.
I was like, Kijafa won the shaky booty contest.
I'm like, no wonder why everybody was buying you drinks.
She paying the Hampton tuition.
Not me. Wait a minute. But before the shaky booty contest, one of the guys he was with had came over. Like we just smiling at each other at this point. I'm drunk out my mind.
So put us in the scene. He got the braids with the Nike hat.
He didn't
he
even have braids when I met him. No, he was clean
us there.
cut. He had on a hoodie. Like in the club, he was just real chill, ooh, he had swag. And you don't really see that much in Virginia. Let me not say that because the Virginia boys gonna be mad at
about
me.
to get
I know.
you.
I love y'all,
But his
Virginia.
swag
Kijafa
was-
said
I know,
that.
and I love
You
my
on your
Virginia
Amber
boys.
Rose
Shout out
now.
to D'Angelo, Trey Songz,
Yo, yo.
Teddy Riley.
You can't even go back to Virginia now.
Pusha T.
No, his
Virginia
swag.
women are beautiful.
I was talking about the men and their swag.
Girl.
Don't be trying to put that on me.
Wait, what you say about Virginia women? No, I'm joking.
No, I ain't say nothing about no women. I just said the men's swag. I'm from Philly, and they had a different swag.
Right.
So I liked his swag. Y'all ain't
We
shit.
can get you in
Y'all
trouble.
not shit. Y'all
Bad
trying to
news.
Yes, I'm gonna have me go down there and
PR.
get fucked up. And what was I saying? I got my head all messed up.
Meeting him in
Y'all
the
smiled at
club,
each
shaky
other.
booty
That
contest.
homeboy came over.
Oh
before
yeah,
the
so
shaky
one of
booty
his friends
contest.
came over and was like, y'all know who that is over there? And I heard my girlfriend was like, no. And he was like, oh, that's Mike Vick. And she was like, where? And he was like, over there. And I was like, oh, who is Mike Vick? And my girlfriend was like, oh, he a football player. I was like, oh, show me. Let me see where he at. So when she pointed to him, I almost died because I'm like, oh my God, this
That's
the
the
nigga
guy with
I'm
the teeth.
smiling at. Like, he just think I'm a groupie all in his face. So I'm like, psh, I'm leaving. So I went to the other side of the club and he judged the little shaky booty contest. He
judged it.
He was a judge in the shaky booty
That's
contest.
why you won?
It was so I wasn't in the shaky booty contest.
so you
He
did
left that part out. And I had went into like another part of the bar and he came and he found me. And he was like, can I get your
said, "You
number?
won."
He's like, he wasn't in the contest, but you won.
He came
contest
in,
is yours.
and he got my number and I was like, so excited. I was like, oh, he's so fine. And like a few minutes later, he came back and he was like, "Yo, I didn't put it in right." And I was like, "Ooh.
Whoa.
Yes,
that's
like, he
what
came
Wrong
back.
hole, fool.
Yes. And so the club is over. We leaving. And he outside. And he all in this girl face, and she a thick girl, and I'm looking at him like, damn, this what you like? All right, I see you. So she all in his face trying to kiss him and stuff. He all trying to grab me. He like, you coming home with me tonight? I'm like, hell no.
Damn.
So he called me the next morning. He like, you want to come away with me? I'm like, no, I'm going away tomorrow. He like, damn, just come with me. And I'm like, no, I'm going to DC. He was going to, what was it, Club Love?
I remember that.
Yes. I'm like, no, I'm going.
plans.
Like, I know I'm 21. I just turned 21. Like, I'm going to DC. I'm going to
I'm bringing this shaky booty to DC.
With my next door sky picture.
And after that, he called me like every day. I remember telling my grandma I met a football player. She was like, girl, he ain't going to be no good. He only want the booty. He just going to dog you out. And I'm like, grandma, he is nice. She like, girl, whatever. And he really did turn out to be like, he was a nice guy. We went through a lot of bullshit, but he was really, really a nice guy. Like, you know, he was different than most of the guys I met. You know how you'll meet a guy, they just go off, don't call you for a while. No, he called me every day, every morning while he was on his way to work. You know what I mean? He made sure I was okay all the time. Like, he started paying tuition at school. You know, he just made sure.
That's
I
husband material right
I know
there.
he made sure I was okay.
He cared about my
Either way.
education.
It wasn't like he was just tricking like, oh, let me buy you this bag. Like, he
Right.
would make sure I was okay. And I like that about him. Like when we went on dates, I had a car, but he would still come pick me up. He was always on time. He was just like such a gentleman. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, for real?
When did y'all make it official? Like, how did you know?
We didn't make it official for a while. We didn't make it official for a while because it was just like, I wasn't stupid. Like, you know what I mean? I know what you got going on. I know you're
a young football player.
You know what I mean? But it was just like, we was just feeling each other a whole lot. Mike had a baby on the way. He didn't tell me about the baby on the way.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, girl.
Was he waiting to see if it was his?
No, he just,
No, because you know sometimes guys.
that's real though. You know what? We never talked about that before. But no,
He might have been like, "Let's wait till the baby's born
He told
and
me he
we
was
make
like,
it." I
"We don't
might not
know."
have to tell her nothing.
he just said like, I just thought I was gonna be fucking you, and you know, I just thought that was it. I ain't really had to tell you my business.
Well, damn.
Pretty much.
Tell me how you
I
really
thought you was
feel.
like the rest of them.
Pretty much. And then like he told me like maybe a month before the baby was born, I was so hurt. He was like, "Cause you told me you ain't want no guy that had no baby mama." I was like, I don't. Like
Right.
I'm young.
I
I
still
don't
don't
deal with
want
this bullshit. And
Did you and the baby mama ever have like beef or anything?
oh
Or
yeah. We went through because he was lying to both of us. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was still young. He was
That's
still
how
playing
they
that
do.
game. And it was like we was together like every day. Like our first date, he took me to Hawaii.
what?
Yes.
Ask her what she did to the bathroom.
Wait, whoa. What did you do in the bathroom in Hawaii?
Absolutely not. Carmena, that was so mean.
What happened in the bathroom?
All right, so we away for 7 days. It's my first time going away with him. Like, I gotta go to the bathroom. My stomach hurt.
Shit.
I'm like,
I know that feeling.
like,
Bubble guts.
so it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. We've been drinking all day, every day. I'm like,
She
damn, I
tryna
gotta go
hold
to the
it in.
bathroom. I'm like, all right, this nigga sleep. So I go to the bathroom, do what I had to do.
Ah, shit.
Why the toilet don't flush?
No.
You had to scoop that shit out.
No, so
She
then
was
all
with
of
her hands
so all of a sudden, you know, I'm trying to pour water down the toilet. It's not going
You
nowhere.
trying to lift up the thing on the top? To
Boom, boom, boom. Hey, babe, you okay? I'm like, oh my God. He like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Don't
So
go
I
here
just
for
open the
34,
door,
44
and he like, what's wrong? I'm like,
You know what's wrong.
You smell what's wrong.
We had
dying
cheese.
laughing. He was busting out laughing. So he called the maintenance man. The maintenance man come and he fixed the toilet. And the whole time the maintenance man there, he like, she broke this toilet. Her shitty ass. He was so embarrassed. Like,
I'd have been like, I don't know who was in here before.
I mean, like, after that point, I'm just like, I could do anything in front of him.
The toilet just started shooting up shit. I don't know where
I don't know who used this toilet before us. We need to get our money back.
That's awful.
It was awful. Can you imagine? I was sweating in the bathroom like, damn, yo, I gotta open this door for him.
That's why you're supposed to courtesy flush. That's what you get.
Right?
They
You
wouldn't
would have
flush.
known.
Yeah.
She would have known at least mid shit that it was. This shit ain't gonna work. Let
I
me
can't
stop.
do it.
Mid shit.
Mid shit. You were supposed to give it up right there.
Now, let's talk about this. Does banning sex really work when trying to get your way in a relationship?
Well, you know, I think everything is different for everybody, but me and my husband, we have sex a lot. You know, so if I be like, all right, you ain't get no booty tonight, and I know we done already had all these nasty conversations today, he gonna give in and be like, damn, she already told me she was gonna give me some good head like this tonight. Like, she sent me this video that, no, all right, babe, what you want? What we gonna do?
So it works for you.
It works for me. I can't speak for everybody else.
What do you guys think? Carmena, banning sex, does that work?
I think it works. I do. I think if the guy's really into you too, I think it'll work. You know what I mean? Because then he wants something. And I think it could be a little with men too. It's like a little cat and mouse game because now it's like, okay, if I do, you know what I mean? It's kind of sexy too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Unless he jerks off and comes on
Oh
you.
my God.
Jerks off and comes in your eyes.
What about you, Gigi? Have you ever said, I'm banning you?
Nope.
You bought that life.
Then I'm banning me.
No, I mean, I've only like not had sex with a guy in the beginning because I just wanted him to think that I was, you know.
A good girl.
Wanted him to think.
90-day rule.
I just wanted him to think that I was about that life. Knowing damn well I wanted to try that thing out first day before I wasted my time, but But
Damn.
as far as in a relationship, I've never held back sex as like a
strategy.
Yeah, I've never. The only time I ever not had sex was like during a breakup when we was like still living together. But other than that, not while we were on good terms. No.
Were you tempted?
No, I hated his guts.
Oh. Is that the one with the dogs?
Yeah.
I love the dogs.
Women can have sex with a man even while they hate his guts, though.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like it's nothing.
But that's when there's love there still though. But when you hate them, then you're like, nah, man, I'm good.
What about you, Lo? You ever held out on sex?
No, not me either. Cause you know what I think too? Like, you don't play with shit like that. If I'm not fucking with you, I'm just not fucking with you. But like, if you with somebody, you like, oh, no sex tonight. He might leave and be like, all right, sex over here. Like, it ain't like, you get what I'm saying? You can find sex. So I just don't feel like that's saying
Find sex. Hey, anybody got sex?
page don't exist no more.
I spent 2 years in jail. So
Right.
for me to tell you can't have sex for 1 week, nigga, you went for 2 years without having
Yeah,
sex.
exactly.
But then that's a
You
crazy
all right.
punishment when he done went for 2 years.
I mean, it's not like I do it like every day. Like, oh, you just can't have sex today because you're a bad boy. You know, we might be arguing or something.
And
or
you just don't want to have sex.
You know,
at the
no,
time.
I like to have sex.
I was like,
I
she
like
like-
to have
we-
sex.
right.
We like little rabbits. Like, so I know, you know.
What if he like masturbates in bed next to you? Is that a problem?
It wouldn't be, but he don't. Well, not in front of me. He don't jerk off.
He was in jail for 2 years.
I mean,
Him and his hand is very well acquainted.
They said in jail, they do that hot rag thing. They make a whole thing though.
They
You
do
done
make a whole
fucked
look.
with
They
some
call it
jail
a
guys, huh, Carmena?
They call it a Susie. They call it a hot Susie or something.
what they messing with in jail, Carmena?
She like, you know, they got the thing
They
where
got the towel with
take the
blood
oodles and noodles and they put it in
rubber
They put the
band,
Vaseline. Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't here. He didn't tell me about that one.
But wait, when he was in jail, did y'all have phone sex?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then somebody come up, phone check, homie.
Run me that phone.
Damn, I was about to
wait,
come.
But did it say like this?
This recording.
This conversation is being recorded.
What if they came in like,
It depends on the prison
Miss
he was
Vick
in.
cut the shit? Y'all know y'all not supposed to be doing this nasty shit.
I'm listening. Y'all know I'm listening.
It's a line behind me, dog.
Right.
A lot of us have messed with guys in jail.
right?
Yeah.
And we all know the routine.
Mistakes, right?
But yeah, so you did that. Okay. So he doesn't masturbate?
No,
You never caught him?
no.
You never talked to him about that? Like,
Yeah,
when
he say he don't do it. I don't mean.
he definitely masturbates.
He say he don't. I don't. You know, I can't argue with him about
Like, if
it.
you have a wife, why do you need to
Exactly,
masturbate?
and we like you know,
Because sometimes guys don't feel like putting in all that work. They just want to jerk off and go to sleep.
What
That's
work is
working.
getting
I
had?
know. Well, hold on. He put it like it's a job. It's a pleasure.
I only hear white boys typically talk about beating their meat. I really don't hear.
Beat my meat.
You don't think that black guys masturbate like white
I
guys
know
do?
they do, but white guys are real open about it more so than black men. You know, because I dip in that. I'm the ego.
Really? Is that
We
true?
had a couple people that said that they masturbated on here when you asked them. Black men.
You know what? But you're right, because Paul Wall says that he used to have the nickname,
You see that Paul Wall?
and he's white.
Yeah.
And he said he used to masturbate all the time.
See that?
Well, mentally, he's black.
but he is a wizard. when Dollar,
What about black women and masturbation?
He got him a black woman.
Is there a difference with us, like masturbating and admitting that we masturbate?
No, I just think that sometimes like black men are not as open about that as white men are.
I agree.
Well, is it a shame? I don't feel like it's
No.
nothing bad if a man
because I
masturbates.
think it's the whole stigma, like I get bitches, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
More
it's the
so
whole
than-
macho thing and the whole
macho
ego thing.
I've just heard it more from white guys than black men.
Has a guy ever masturbated in front of you?
No, but one of my girlfriends, this guy, when we were like 19 and from Trenton, New Jersey, she wouldn't have sex with him, and he masturbated with Dax hair grease in front of her.
That's
God.
nasty. He probably got a yeast infection.
Dax
Is thicker than
I
Vaseline.
know. That's like a wax.
She was like,
Where do you
probably
even
feel
find
alright.
that? They still sell it?
In the hood, beauty supply.
So wait, a guy hasn't never masturbated in front of you, Gigi?
Remember in the car thing? Remember the story?
What? In the car?
Yeah.
Gigi, don't be quiet now. Don't be quiet now, Gigi.
tell it.
I've had guys masturbate in front of me.
I thought we told this story on lip service before. Was it? Did you tell me? Oh,
I
shit.
might have told you.
Is it-
You know, we
Look,
talk a lot.
Whoops.
Damn.
No,
tell the
my car
secrets.
story wasn't masturbation. That was having sex on 95.
Oh yeah, that wasn't masturbation.
Right.
Wasn't
Sorry.
masturbation.
Right, Geneva.
So why did a guy masturbate in front of you? Was it part of like the sexual activity, or was he upset that you wouldn't fuck, or what happened?
He wasn't upset that I wouldn't fuck, but I wouldn't fuck. So he was like, okay, well.
I'll just jerk off on you.
Yeah.
Where's the Vaseline? No.
Where's the Dax? What about you, Lo? You never had a guy masturbate?
Oh, he came on my leg.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he
Y'all
came
couldn't
on
even
my
remember.
leg.
I had to think about that story.
I did.
Y'all was
think
making me
about it.
feel mad bad. Like,
Yeah,
damn.
he came on my leg. You right.
Thank you.
You right. I told that story here before. He did. He came on my leg.
I got a pretty good memory.
How did you feel? What did you do with the cum?
I just looked at it like,
she put it in her hair,
How
gel.
could you do this?
no, I just was
It
like,
wasn't on her face.
clean up your mess, fool.
Ooh, all right.
So
Oh,
nobody's
shit,
ever
up off me.
masturbated in front of you?
Yeah, you know what? I've like tried something where we masturbated together.
Okay, it's a race.
All right.
Synchronized
No,
swimming.
we literally came at the same time. Like only like
y'all had that
on some
mind
movie
connection
shit.
going on.
Yeah, because you know what it is when you're watching and they're watching you. It's still something like it makes you feel.
You just a
something.
freak.
Yeah, I am. I'm very
L'Oreal's
freaky.
definitely a freak.
She got that
I like
voice too.
I like to try.
She be
things.
like, why don't we masturbate together?
Shut the fuck up. First of all, it wasn't my idea.
But you was so down for
I
it.
was definitely down. Well, it might have been my idea. I might have been like, yeah, but I started saying some freaky shit, and then it just went from
Get
there.
excited.
Right. But
So
it is
Kijafa,
really
you
good.
masturbated in front of Mike before,
Absolutely.
but he's never done it in front of you.
No.
Maybe that's something new to try at home.
Maybe. I don't know why he want to masturbate when he got, this.
But you masturbated.
But that was just like to, arouse
Start it
him.
out.
Yeah.
Is it sexy to us if a guy masturbates?
No.
It's no
bother me.
fantasy of mine. Like, oh, baby, let me see you jerk off.
Yeah, it's not nothing that you just sit and be like, oh, I can't wait to see somebody jerking off in front of me.
Yeah.
But
That's
if
like-
it happens, it's like, oh, yeah, exact. That's how
how
I
you feel?
felt. That's exactly how I felt. I was like, wow, this is different.
Like for them, it's like pointless. Like titty fucking. That's pointless.
Thank you. I hate that shit. But everybody that doesn't have titties be like, oh, yeah, I would love the titty fuck. I'm like,
yeah, because
bitch.
you got big boobs. So you, like always want to
not happening
motorboat
over
you and
here.
titty fuck you.
Yeah. I'm like, that's doing nothing for me. Like, am I supposed to be?
Not a thing.
No.
Like you holding your hands hurt.
I'm
Like,
like,
y'all
this
not
with my
doing it
elbow.
right. Y'all not doing it right.
I'm
She
not
said you're not doing it right. Kijafa,
when
The
they
dick is hitting you in the chin. You're like,
you gotta like lick it. Every
Yes,
time it
there
come
you
out.
go, Gigi.
I do that.
There you go.
but what's that doing? But what's that doing for
I
you?
know. What is that doing for you?
Yeah.
That's nothing.
I'll be like this.
It's just a little bit of play.
I know. Like what is this?
excitement.
Like this? When is this gonna be over? When is this?
Hurry up. I feel like little titty bitches like titty fucking more than a
But
big
we
titty
got
bitch.
too much.
Yeah,
Like, it's
that's
heavy
what it
as
is.
fuck. Like you be like,
They be
dog,
like, ooh,
hurry
I
up.
wish I had titties like you so I could get titty fucked. I'm like, bitch, what is that
What
doing?
is-
L'Oreal, you be wasting your titties. She don't like her shaking.
Well, shit, I'll share with somebody if they want to take just a little bit.
You don't like yours either. I don't like mine no more.
Yeah,
either.
but see, I don't
You
want
don't
that
like
scar
them?
and a
No.
misplaced nipple. I don't
At
want all that
all.
shit. So we just gonna be stuck together for as long as we stuck
Nah,
together.
I want to get a reduction.
Have you seen those scars? They look nasty. I'm sorry to anybody that ever had to get that done, you know, like for medical reasons or whatever.
For back
But, like,
purposes.
if you're just doing it just to do it, I wouldn't. That scar just looks really bad to
Now,
me.
here's a discussion we had earlier before we came in here, and I was really upset.
What?
Would you date someone whose job that you hate? Now, L'Oreal.
Oh my God, Angela was really arguing with me.
L'Oreal was saying that she would never date a cop.
I said I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't.
She
prefer
wouldn't
to
date a cop.
No,
She said she'd rather date a drug dealer than a cop.
I definitely would rather date a drug dealer.
Is that weird to anybody but me?
Fuck the police.
Oh shit! You had some issues, huh? Right.
But okay, you know what? Even if I'm drinking water in the car and the motherfucker drive past me, I throw it down and shit. Like they just like, they even do nothing.
You need to go talk to somebody.
But a lot of the girls agree with her. They'd rather date a drug dealer than a cop. So I gotta ask.
I don't know.
Drug dealers, let's all be real, right? Drug dealers are back in the day. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about big meat.
Back in paid in full days.
Like, I'm like,
Larry Hoover.
They're fun. They're like the most. All your like childhood stories
Guys
when you were
still sell
young.
drugs now?
No, I don't think they
scammers.
Oh, nah, see, I don't like scammers.
Scammers are cops.
I'll date a cop way before I date a scammer.
I'll date a cop. I don't care.
I would date a cop.
But what if that scam again? You mad nice shit?
Nah, I don't like that.
I'll date a
scamming shit.
scamming cop too.
I'm gonna keep it real.
There we go. Best of both worlds, baby.
I feel like at least a drug dealer done put his work in. Scammers just steal for a living, and I just
You
can't
ever dated a
respect-
drug dealer before?
Yeah, I dated a
Hell
couple
yeah.
drug
You
dealers
ain't never had
before.
no crazy shit happen to you?
Hell yeah,
And you
but
still want to go through that life?
no. But I'm saying I don't like cops either. Like my
She
thing,
would pick a drug dealer.
Yeah,
I
the
would pick a
question.
drug
The
dealer
question
over a
was,
cop.
what? Like, if there was an occupation that you hated, could you date somebody that had that application?
application.
Occupation.
The motherfucker need an application.
Would you date a male stripper?
See, that's what
Yeah,
one of the
see, now.
occupations we
I
said.
wouldn't do. You see, that would be mine.
That's
I
suck
wouldn't
on
want
a
to date a
cop
male
thing.
stripper because I
Have y'all
personally
ever
think
been
they're gay.
to a male
Yeah.
review show?
Yes.
You have what?
Have
And
you
he
been
put
to?
his
They do
dick in a hot
incredible
dog-
things.
A hot dog
Yeah,
bun.
but I think
And
they
a hot
are
dog
disgusting.
with mustard and ketchup.
Okay,
on
that's
stage.
weird. I don't know what
Yeah.
club you was at.
This is what I'm saying.
What in the hot dog?
I was like, what is going on here?
She said, "What in the hot dog bun?" What?
He did. That's what I'm
Don't you know
asking.
hot dogs is processed meat?
Look,
He put his dick on he had a whole pack of hot dog buns.
I'm
and
disgusted.
He took it out on stage. He put his dick in took out ketchup and started
Was it like a?
Ain't that nasty? Like, I couldn't date nobody.
Was it
like
a
that.
ballpark Frank or what?
Super
was it like
corny.
a 6 inch?
It was
the
nice.
foot, the 6 foot.
Yeah,
But that's weird. I'm sorry.
Was it a hoagie roll?
I've never seen that. I think to
Till you bite that shit, then that nigga ain't
You
gonna
bet.
like
I'm
that
hungry.
hot dog bun routine no more.
That girl was going crazy. I was like, what? I can't do this.
see, the male strippers I've seen don't do that.
That's
But they do shit like
Yeah,
flip
that-
you
I-
They
around.
flip you over and be on the headstand with they dick hitting you in the head. And
Nah, see, I don't
That's
like
just
that.
like- yeah, that's
That's
after I saw
nasty.
that, I'm like, this is too much.
Because even if you go to a strip club where it's women dancing, it's something like, I don't like girls or nothing like that, but it's something like they try to be sexy. Not try to, but you know what I mean. Like, it's like you said, sensual, sexy. When you go to a male review,
raunchy.
it's like a joke. It's like, you're laughing.
I've been to
too
male
much.
review shows. They do a lot.
Angela, I be
It's
laughing
very
the
skilled.
whole time. I don't be in Magic City laughing. I be at a Magic male review like, this thing
Like,
got
it's
a cock sock.
tripping.
And he got
you got a cock sock.
and it got an alligator
And then
on
they
the
be
end.
having the whole
They got elephant ears.
And they all dance to Pony.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And they be having the tassels on the side and shit
They
like,
just be cornballs.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's corny.
I've been to some good male review shows. As a matter of fact, I remember going to a male review show with my girls. And they was like, okay, I don't want nobody to touch me. I don't want this. I don't want that. Next thing you know, they was in the middle of the stage getting dick slapped on their forehead, having the time of their
Was you
fucking
on that
life.
stage, Shu?
Yes.
I was hosting.
Oh.
So I
You
was
ain't
up
never
there.
been smacked in the head by one in the male
They
review?
did not smack me in the head, but they
Angela.
definitely lifted me up in the air.
Angela is always somehow in the Pinocchio, in the Geppetto position.
She is.
She's somehow always controlling the puppet strings and not being Pinocchio the
I
puppet.
was hosting.
Okay?
So you should
But
do
I
another
told,
one.
right
I
now.
specifically
Right.
told the strippers, I said, look, don't touch my girls, leave them alone. They wanted to get up on the stage in the middle of the stage and get a dick slapped. on their forehead.
And host another one. A lip service male review.
Let's do a lip service male review show.
Get whopped
After
with a cop.
Kijafa has a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can get a drink.
Have me getting smacked in the head with dicks.
Put a dick on the forehead.
You don't have to get smacked in
with
the
a
head.
hot dog
Carmena
bun.
definitely will.
I'm a married woman. Y'all trying to have me divorced real quick.
What was that?
Whoa. That's her reaction.
What do y'all think about guys with fat asses and hips?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
That always is weird to me.
Guys
Didn't
with
we see
hips.
someone the other day? He had a big ass. Oh, we was at Made in America. Remember his pants was tight, nigga. Guy. Sorry, we trying to refrain from that word. He had the biggest butt I ever seen.
No, it wasn't the biggest butt you ever seen.
On a man,
On a
yes,
man.
it was.
But that's
yes,
because
it
they're
was.
wearing all them tight jeans. So now we're noticing
gay?
the fat ass.
I don't. You know what? We was just walking past him, but if I wouldn't sworn better, he had butt pads in.
Well,
Like,
you
that's
know,
how
a
it
lot of
looked.
the gay boys are going
Did
to
you
go
turn
get
around and
pumped
say,
up these
God,
days.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I damn sure did. But I was drunk anyway. Probably wasn't paying me no mind. But his butt was like, like it was
Poppy
not.
had shelf life.
Yeah, he had shots.
Was he a straight man or?
No. You know what? He really did look like a straight man.
Okay.
But he just had a big, plump, round butt. It just looked crazy to me.
Yeah,
Like that just doesn't look right.
All right, so y'all didn't answer. Drug dealer or police officer?
I would say a
Carmena.
police officer.
You know you want to say drug dealer. I see it in your face.
She trying to be a publicist.
Yeah, she,
If we had to choose
she
one or the
blinked
other.
twice before she and looked to the right.
So is that your final answer?
a cop?
The right side of the law. We don't believe you.
I know. I'm not built for. I work too hard. I'm not built to be going to jail. I'm telling. So people gonna
I'm
talk
telling.
about snitching.
Why
I'm
you
telling.
gotta go to jail? You not selling drugs.
Nowadays they're coming
Oh
for
yeah,
everybody.
they going to jail. We had a girl
I'm
that
going
went
to
to
jail.
jail behind her man.
That's right. He might not even go to jail,
Yeah.
and your ass
might
is going to jail.
Yeah. I'd be like,
That's not funny.
That's a fact.
him and him. Let's go to his mom's house. She be hiding some shit too. Who I'm telling?
All
His
the
mama-
drug dealers need to be
Check
aware.
the sugar bowl. Check the sugar bowl at his mom's house. That ain't sugar,
We
bitch.
don't even need the Bible. I'm gonna tell the whole truth.
Now,
So help me
Gigi,
God.
drug dealer or a cop?
We're being this dumb about this thug life.
Ah, shit.
I'm gonna have
True
to
to
go
the
with
game.
that dope boy.
Oh, man. You never dated a cop?
No,
She thought about it. Look, she's like,
I had to think about it, but no, I never dated a cop.
Did you pick a drug dealer over a cop in this 2017?
Amen.
I would.
L'Oreal, we already know. Pass.
Yeah, no, you know what it is?
L'Oreal look like she's driving a getaway car.
L'Oreal is ride
She
or
put a
die.
couple of cars in her name.
Hold on, now, I ain't dumb. I'll drive the car, but that shit ain't in my name.
She said, cable maybe, but not
L'Oreal
the
know
car.
how to bring that
Been there,
thing back
done
and
that,
double it up.
Never been in my name. Maybe a cable bill.
You
But
might have had the car.
not the car. The car was mine if it was in my name. Believe that.
L'Oreal know to sell the weight wet.
Look, no, but you know what? I had a couple cops try to talk to me, and I felt like maybe they just ended up having the same kind of personality, but they was mad arrogant and cocky,
very true.
and just felt like, oh well, this motherfucker da da da. Like they
Were they
really,
New York cops?
They felt like, huh?
Were they New York cops?
No, one of them was in Atlanta. Another one was a New York cop.
Maybe you need like a cop that was an ex-drug boy.
Or a crooked cop.
You
need
know
a
what? I
crooked cop.
actually had somebody that was related to me that became a cop and started doing some weird shit to people that was like he grew up with, like started arresting motherfuckers, like
Weird shit like doing his job.
Control. Got
I mean, it's weird when
He
you
was in the corner.
He was,
no,
he was
it's
going back
weird
and
when you
getting
go after
revenge
your
lockups
friends.
on people, right? That's
You
what you
said
saying?
what?
He was getting revenge lockups.
That's what I'm saying. That's whack.
okay.
Like that's like you don't do nothing.
Abuse
Doing
of
your job
power.
is one thing, but like using your authority, you know,
Were they breaking the law?
abusing your
power, yeah. But I
Abusing
know
your
a
power.
cop that he's really cool, but he's like cool as hell. He ain't chasing nobody. He's not giving he was just telling me the other day he wrote his first ticket. He didn't even know how to write a ticket. And he's been on the job for 15 years. And the only reason why
thought
he
they had
wrote a
quotas
ticket
and shit.
They
is
do.
because it was a black cop and the guy was white. And when he pulled the guy over, he was like, just give me the ticket.
Oh,
And he was like, I was just gonna tell him to slow down. He said, because I don't write ticket. I don't don't chase nobody. I don't do none of that.
What kind of cop is he?
She talking about Denzel in Training Day. He robbed drug dealers and shit instead. King Kong ain't got shit on him.
No, he said I don't do none of that. He said the only reason why I wrote him a ticket because he was like, just write me a ticket.
Oh, shit.
You're like, all right,
I'd be nice and shit. I'd be like, sorry, officer, what exactly do you think on this generous, glorious evening that I did today? They'd be like, bitch, you about to get a ticket.
You're like, all right.
Did you ever fix your booze when you get pulled over? You fixing your booze?
I'm getting 2 tickets.
You look up, it's a black female cop. You're like, oh, I'm getting a fucking ticket.
I get a ticket every time I get pulled over. Maybe that's why I hate cops.
Yeah, listen, I have a couple of cop friends and they help me out so much every time I get into a situation. So
I got a ticket on
what kind of
Valentine's
situations
Day.
do you
like if I get a ticket, I'll just take the ticket because I know I'm gonna call my friend that's a cop and he's gonna make sure this shit don't never make it into the system.
That makes you an informant. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, so be it.
Now you
No, I
Angela,
can't
the
hang with
CI.
y'all.
Yeah.
No, but that's good to
Come over here with the
because
facts.
cops always act like once they start writing you a ticket, that's
can't
it.
stop.
But they can stop. And that shit could never make it into the system and you'll be good. So, Kijafa, a cop or a drug dealer?
A drug dealer turned cop.
No, you gotta pick one.
I need that swag. I don't know. It's got to be he got to have a lot of swag, that cop.
He got to be a swaggy cop.
Yeah, it got to be.
So you want like an undercover?
yeah.
You like a New York
Undercover.
undercover?
Yeah, maybe something like
Get
that.
out the movies.
So I guess I would go with the cop.
She grilled you in and then
I'm
got
not
you.
about that drug dealing life. I've been there, done that when I was younger. I can't live it no
I'm telling,
more.
so I can't.
House getting ran up and shot at.
Damn, that happened to you?
Well, my boyfriend at the time, yeah, he was in the streets, came home, house all tore up. They beat his dad up. I'm like, damn, if I was there, they would have beat my ass too. So.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But low key,
I'm
that
not
can
about
happen with a
that
cop,
life.
though.
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah. Like, and then, there's a lot of dirty cops, man. Like, cops be doing some foul shit. So you don't never know. They could be doing, whatever they doing and somebody coming back to get revenge on them.
And you gotta be careful with these dope boys nowadays. The kind of
Ain't nobody selling dope no more.
They
Yeah.
are.
What
though. They out there.
where they at?
Why
They
you
selling
think
it
we have a
online.
problem
Yeah,
in
they
life?
right.
Because we be talking
got
about
a big
this.
problem.
I think it's more like pills and coke and weed.
Heroin.
Yeah,
Yes.
heroin. Yeah, they do.
And that's
be.
I don't see no more. I don't see, like, you remember when we was like growing up, you seen a dope boy.
because
then.
now the dope fiends are white kids. That it's a big
That's a
problem
fact.
in America.
But they selling stuff like Molly now.
Yeah, so who are the dope
pills.
boys?
And heroin
I don't
is
see
the number one
I don't see the
problem.
dope
Right.
boys
Heroin is
like
the number
that.
one
No
problem.
But
It is.
what the dope boys look like now?
I don't know.
I
but
see the scammers all the time. Like, that's the new hustle.
I don't know. Carmena kisses. If you
Calling all dope boys at Carmena Kisses. Slide in my DM. Calling all dope boys.
let's talk.
If you slinging
I
that rock,
just think it's a difference now between the dope boys back then and now. They not getting it like they used to.
Nah, see, I know
I
some
feel
dope
you.
boys, but we ain't about
Yeah, I
to
feel
call them.
Shit.
dope
You just
boys ain't
gotta-
out here in these streets the way they used to be.
Nah,
Yeah, they just selling
I feel
online.
like they being
I'm
smarter.
telling you.
I feel like they being smarter. They not standing on the corner like they used to and just doing. This ain't The Wire. Like, it's just different now. Like, you don't have to
The
do that.
modern age drug
Yeah.
dealer.
Remember when
scammers-
drug dealers used to deal drugs off their beepers and ride around in their car? And yeah.
Y'all
Like
dated
you
some
said,
drug
this-
dealers.
The scammers, the scammers would be the flashy ones, but they be the broke ones. So
But they got a whole bunch of credit
yeah,
cards.
they got mad credit cards,
They
but
got
they ain't
mad
there.
credit,
And
mad
it
gift
might
cards,
not work.
Giffies.
Right.
You might be embarrassed. Oh, I know I was in Del Frisco's one day,
with a scammer.
and girl, bye. No.
Scammer took me to Del Frisco.
No, we was at a
His
table, but it
pieces
was
wasn't
like
hitting.
a lot of us, and across from us was a guy and a girl. They was eating dinner, whatever. Bill came. We could see all of this because they were the only other black people in the restaurant. And,
Damn it.
I know that sucks. So then the bill comes, whatever, he signs, do whatever. Then the waiter, not sign, but gives him the card. The waiter never comes back.
That's when you
But
gotta get out.
we're not paying
Run.
attention, but we're paying attention because I'm facing him. And then next thing you know, another guy walks up to him.
You're not Melania Trump.
And then another guy comes up to him. And then another guy comes up to him. It's 3 undercovers that was sitting in the restaurant.
Wow.
And when I tell you that he wiggled out his jacket that they grabbed and he ran and got outside.
He left the girl?
He left. What? That bitch been left.
Did he grab
was
some?
nice.
Did he grab some jelly beans from the front?
He picked me up and he lives at.
Listen, I'm not even gonna lie to you. He wiggled out his jacket and ran out of Del Frisco.
Them undercover
I don't
cops is
know.
trash.
I don't know what
Couldn't
happened.
catch
Yeah,
one.
I don't know what happened from there because they all ran outside. But one of my friends said that he jumped in a cab or something like that. Like he was able to get a cab and everything.
How the hell did these
I
undercover
don't know,
cops
but
get
he's
their
stupid
job?
because this is on 50-something street, so you're going to a red light or traffic.
Yep.
So they supposedly
caught him.
ended up catching him. But the girl, one of the guys I was with, who was it? Oh, no, I'm not going to say what he did. But he ended up leaving with the girl.
Wow.
Like he took the girl or whatever. So that's just to say don't fuck with scammers because they're going to leave your ass in that Del Frisco.
What an exciting night.
Yeah, that was exciting. It was exciting.
for them.
No, it was exciting to see one black man beat 3 white cops and not get beat up. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like,
Now, Kijafa, what do you think has been the hardest part of your marriage? Would you say?
The hardest part of my marriage?
Like, has there ever been a time when, because obviously, you know, Mike went to jail and it was a lot of controversy behind that. What would you say has been the most difficult part of you guys? Was there ever a time when you felt like, I don't know if this is going to work?
You know what? I felt like that first year we got married, it just felt different. And it wasn't like he was out in the streets or anything. It just felt different. I think like I'm here and I'm stuck and I can't go
stuck.
nowhere, right? Like I'm stuck. I don't know. It felt like, you know, when people say marriage, like when you get married, it feels different. It really does feel different. And that first year was scary for me. Like, oh, this is real. I'm here and I can't leave like that. You know, you just can't get up and walk away. That was the scariest part. But other than that, it's been good.
Because I know how difficult it is. Like, people always say that certain things in a marriage can just, you know, obviously like him going to jail for 2 years. And then also just financial issues. Like, that's the number one reason people get divorced is finances. And most of that, I think, is because guys don't feel the same when they can't do what they used to be able to do too.
Well, we went through that problem a lot when he was in jail. Like, you know, Mike would be asking me to send him $1,000 a week. I'm like, Mike, you don't need $1,000.
What's he
a
doing
week.
with that in jail?
Exactly. And I'm like, why?
That's a lot of
With so
money.
much toothpaste.
Who you stunting on in jail?
How many
Mike is
chi-chis?
such a nice guy. So
How
he
many
was helping
chi-chis
people
was he
out.
eating a week?
he was giving
$1,000.
everybody else.
I don't know what he
Ask
was
him
doing
for
with that $1,000
money.
a week in jail, but you know, I'd be like,
He was taking care of his
I'm not
whole
going to the
block.
Western Union this week. I'm tired. Like Western Union, you gotta wait in line. Like it's too much.
You could go.
Mike.
You could do it over the phone.
So, you know, he would get mad that I wouldn't
was
send the
now.
money. Like, I'm not sending you no money this week. You're going to wait for a month. You got $2,000 in jail, you good. But no.
I mean, jail is expensive, but not that expensive.
No, he
That's a salary.
Mike was balling out in jail. I'm telling you.
$1,000.
Richest man in jail
Shit, if
ever
that's
or
the price,
something.
we all going to jail. No, I'm joking.
So now you
You
guys,
get a carton of cigarettes. You get a carton.
everybody
It
smokes.
was unlimited chi-chis for the whole block.
Yeah, no, and then he'll be asking me like, "Can you send my man girl something?" No, man, I'm
we
not
over here
spending
with
money.
kids
Now that's
trying
your
to hold
man.
it down.
Absolutely, yes. So, and you know, and Mike went bankrupt while he was in jail too. So he never really experienced like our life changing part because he was still in jail.
Right.
So I experienced it all, and then when he came out, he got a job real quick, so he was back. So he never really got to experience like going from having everything to pretty much having. I'm not gonna say nothing because we weren't like out on the streets, but it was a big life changing experience that he just missed.
And you didn't know what could happen because if he didn't get a job right away,
Absolutely. Then,
But
you
thank
know,
God he did.
Thank God he did. Absolutely. Yes.
God be blessing Mike, boy.
That man is so
We-
blessed
we
by
always-
God, y'all. It's crazy.
God be blessing.
and then you
Mike.
guys both
amazing.
executive produced Baller Wives
Yeah.
together. Now,
Smart.
if you decide I don't want this bitch on the show, I don't want this bitch on the show, are they gone?
Pretty much.
We'll see next season.
Yeah, we'll see next season.
Yeah,
But sometimes the controversy is good.
not like that. That shit is bad for the soul.
I mean, to tell his publicist.
Not like that. It's bad for the soul. And I just think that what I don't like is the fact that these women really do have money. They do the private jets. They do the Birkin skins and all of that. They have beautiful homes. Why can't we show this lifestyle? Why do we have to show
The bickering and the
chaos
fighting and the
bickering?
cutting.
That's what I
Yeah,
wanted this show to be different. But on the other hand, like I told Carmena, we go back and forth with this all the time. When somebody gives you drama on the show, that's what they're going to follow. Nobody wants to see the positive when they know it's a whole bunch of drama over here.
Right.
So I was disappointed that, you know, some of the ladies, that's all they wanted to give was drama. I'm like, yo, we got so much more to give.
offer.
I'm like, I understand we have drama and that's fine and we can showcase that, but everybody is expecting us black women to go at each other's throats and call each other bitches. I'm like, why we can't work through our problems, or why we can't, talk about it and move forward and just show people that we are bigger than this woman that you see on TV all the time. Like, I don't want to be that girl that you see on TV all the time. Maybe you do, but that wasn't the idea I had for this show.
But what they don't realize is this is something that's going to follow you forever.
For the rest of your life.
For somebody that cares, though.
Exactly.
So if you
Very
already
true.
have a troubled past, then that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
to
if you don't
If you're
have
like, I ain't
anything
got
to
shit
lose.
going on.
Right.
then that doesn't matter.
Because that's exactly what happens. You think you know somebody. Oh, we're cool. Then the camera comes out, bitch. Da, da, da,
That is exactly what happened.
You're like, I didn't know we was about to be bitches.
Because if you would have told me, this could have been a whole different
We couldn't have
situation.
not had you on the show.
Exactly, at all. Bye, bitch. But because they see the camera, as soon as the camera comes, it's like, oh shit, turn up. Oh, shit.
Absolutely. They want to be the biggest villain they could be.
Right.
It's, I don't know.
Just to get their name spoke on a little more, so they think, or be talked about more, be trending, or whatever the case.
Yeah,
and they end up
absolutely.
looking like a fucking fool.
A fucking fool. That's
And then
a
you
jackass.
have, like, on our situation, you have where someone is like, everything they're saying that she took from somebody else, it wasn't hers. The husband, they're saying is somebody else's husband and she was sleeping with him. You know what I mean? The house she lived in, they said it's somebody else's house. This is hers. This is the first thing she could say. It's hers. So here it is that, she's trying to make, I guess, a name for herself.
Right.
Because here it is, we're on this rooftop. As soon as she walks into this scene, 45 minutes of insults
Right.
that, of course, they cut down.
To who? Kijafa?
Yeah, she started off with Kijafa. Then, I jumped in and me and her started going back and forth. It was just like back and forth.
And that's when they were like,
Back
you
and
threw
forth.
a drink on a pregnant woman.
Then they're saying you threw a drink on a pregnant woman.
Now you look awful, but they ain't
Yeah.
hear none of the other shit.
Exactly. That
happened
she
before
said
that.
for 40 minutes. Then she's like, oh, yeah, how dare her throw a drink at me? It was words, but the words you were using, you know what I mean?
Listen, to me, a drink ain't bad. It could have been your fist.
Right.
Now, if it was your fist, now you might have been kind of fucked up.
And I also said to her friends that night, I'm like, y'all think it's okay for her to be saying this about this woman's mom? You think it's
Yeah,
okay?
that was
You
bad.
think it's
Go too
okay? I
far.
kept saying
Yeah,
that.
I felt like that was
Yeah,
That
it
was way
just
too
that
far.
was too
That was
far.
way
I
too
kept
much.
asking. I said, y'all think
And
this
listen,
is okay?
I just lost my mother, so if I don't know what I would have done in that situation, let somebody say, "Good, your mother died." Good.
Well, that's not even what she said. She said, I said, Stacey, my mom is dead. She said, good, fuck that bitch. Glad she's dead.
Oh yeah,
That's what she said.
Yes.
The next dead person would have been
Would've
the
been her.
person that said that
Exactly.
You know, so.
Can you imagine that?
shit. Because I
No,
know.
it
lost my
took
shit.
everything in me to like,
Girl, I would have lost my
woosah,
shit.
Right.
I would have lost my
woosah,
shit.
calm down. Like after that, I kind of just like zoned out from the conversation because I said I'm about to fight her, and
Yeah.
what I look like, I'm pregnant, she pregnant, we both fighting in here.
Yeah, that's not
I'm
a
really giving the TV
Yeah,
show
that's
what
not
they
a
want
good-
at this point.
right.
I'm like, I'm not
Nah.
gonna stoop to this.
But
level.
it just was like too much. Then she said to one of our gay friends that was there, "Oh, you have AIDS." To one
Whoa.
of the other girls that was there, "Oh, your husband fuck boys. Check his drawers. He got doodle on his drawer." This is the type of
And
shit
she
she
not
was
even
saying.
drunk.
Yeah,
My-
this is the
Goodness.
You get what I'm saying?
Listen.
So these are the type of
this
things
bitch out
that
of
were
here.
being
I'm
spewed.
sorry.
This
this
is what
bitch
she
out of
said.
here.
She's like, so I'm going back and forth now. It's like, okay, my friend is pregnant, so I'm gonna go back and forth. Now we going back and forth. Oh, you thirsty bitch, jump your mom. Like she's like, I'm like, okay, she's disrespecting Kijafa's mom. Like now she's
And
doing
she tried
all
to
of
say
this.
that she didn't know that her mom had passed away.
She heard every word that this woman said. It was a back and forth. You see that? So the only thing you just miraculously didn't hear is her
heard
telling
that
you
shit.
your mother, her mother dead. You heard everything else
That's
that you responded to. How did you not hear that?
How do you ever come back from that?
You can't.
how-
You
don't.
can't.
yeah, it's like you can't,
It's don't. You don't.
you can't.
What's going to happen differently next season?
You don't.
I can't wait for y'all's reunion.
It's not gonna be a reunion.
Oh, it's not.
Really?
No.
I don't think so. How can it be?
This is like it's way outside of the
Yeah, it's
TV show
like
now.
bigger now
Yeah.
too.
Right.
It's a lot.
Kijafa always seems so calm, though.
I am. For the most part, I'm cool. I'm chill, and it's just like that person could bring me out of my comfort zone so much. And it scares me that I could get out of my comfort. You could make me get out of my zone like that. Because that night I wanted to choke her.
Right.
I'm
You know what I mean?
Sure.
I
Who
did.
wouldn't?
I just felt myself blacking out like,
So, do you think that she was just doing all of that for the camera?
absolutely. I live across the street. Like this is my house right here. This is her house. It's never a problem when I walk outside my door. ever. And it's my husband, like, we from the hood. We hang out in front of our house. I see her all the time.
I be on the stoop chilling.
Yeah, on the stoop chilling. Like, you know, like we still in the hood.
On the stoop in the mansion, behind the gates.
You know what time it is?
We all be out front.
We all
like
sit outside all in front of my house all the time. My garage just be up. We be outside in front of my house. I see her all the time, and it's never no drama. So as soon as these cameras come on, you want to act like this? I'm like, wow. And I brought you to the show.
That's whack.
Yeah, that's whack.
You know what I mean?
Why you
Like,
ain't bring that energy across the street, bitch?
but, you know, it's all good.
And today's the finale. Me and her get into it too on the finale again.
Oh yeah, finale is just.
That'd have been
We're not
Carmena
even
back.
watching. Like we're just, you know.
I got
I know
some
that had
catching
to
up
be
do.
hard to keep your composures during that.
Like trying to be
knowing-
classy. Like I was even tonight's episode, I'm explaining to her like, do you understand why I threw the drink on you because of your statement? And she was still denying the statement.
And if you don't understand,
And
bitch,
it's
I
on
got
camera.
a nice cup here for you to re-understand.
And she like pulled out a dick, like we don't even know where the dick came from.
pulled out a dick.
Yeah, she pulled out a
Wait,
dick.
I'm so confused. She pulled out a dick.
A dick
Did it have a
lollipop.
She pulled out a dick lollipop and dropped the dick lollipop on the floor. She was like, this is not a genuine conversation. And I don't know where the dick lollipop came from. She pulled out a dick lollipop. And Gigi, she dropped the dick lollipop. She's like, here's a dick.
Suck it.
You can suck it. And like stormed up. I picked up the dick. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, she didn't even have a good
You get what I'm saying?
punchline for
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah, that was
she's
whack.
supposed to be like,
Yeah.
eat that dick.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Shove it in her mouth. Something.
No, we would have been
like-
over that boat swimming. So she was like, here's the dick. So I'm sitting there laughing like, did she just really throw-
Mind you, we had a charity.
She had
Yeah,
that
the
on.
charity event.
I
She
cannot
planned
wait
that
to
out.
see this.
She went and got a
gotta catch
dick
up from the
made.
last couple weeks
So
because
I'm
I've been going through my personal
I'm like,
shit.
did she
but
just stop holding the dick? I'm like,
my
did she
DVR
just-
gonna
She
be
says,
lit
I'm
tonight.
holding a dick.
here with the dick. Like, did she just give me a dick?
It's the funniest thing ever. We
The
are
orange
dying
dick.
laughing
So
about
we
this.
sitting
That
there
was
laughing.
corny as hell.
But you know, they probably cut it out. So we laughing. I said, did she just give me an orange dick? Like, really? So I threw the dick right by her foot again. Like, I was like, nah.
This dick sounds delicious.
FYI.
I was like, nah, I don't think I
FYI.
want this dick. And then I threw the dick.
I
right
don't
back
think
to
I
her.
want this dick.
I don't think I
was a
want
little.
this
Yeah.
orange dick.
This dick is
I
too
don't wanna
small.
suck
This is a
dick.
Trump dick.
An orange dick.
And they all went crazy. She tried to throw a bottle at me.
Whoa. See, then it should be okay to throw a drink, a fist, or anything. Like, if you pregnant and you throwing bottles.
Well, she had her baby.
She had a baby.
Oh, she had it by then. Oh, okay, okay. So you should have threw
The
your
baby's proud. The baby's proud.
That's what I'm saying. You gonna go to jail a couple days after having a baby by throwing a bottle at somebody?
You might got to slap her baby now.
No. L'Oreal, no. The baby has nothing to
Slap
do with
the
this.
baby.
You
no.
leave the baby out of this.
Oh my God.
Take her drink away from her.
Yes, give me this.
We don't slap babies.
Like we do not we do not sponsor that statement. We love the babies.
Slap the baby.
We love
Stop it.
Okay, I'm joking.
We wish her all the best with her baby. You know, all the best with, you know, that's the way she wants to go.
And you know, and I wanted Stacey to be a part of the show because Stacey has such an amazing story, and I thought she was going to be able to tell it and let people hear her side. You know, who hears about a man, a football player, marrying his
their
side
stalker.
chick?
Right.
Well, yeah, his stalker.
And that was a big deal when that show first started. They were saying that she was stalking him, and he actually left his girl and married her.
Yeah, I wanted to hear the story. I wanted
Right.
to hear it. I wanted to hear what
her-
you had to.
from her
Yeah,
perspective.
I wanted to hear it from her.
This gives hope to
perspective.
all the stalkers out there.
Not only
But you-
that, that's the lie he might have gave his
Exactly.
girl. Though.
You know,
like,
that's-
this bitch is stalking me.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Like I would have to own up to my story. Like, okay, maybe I did stalk him. Maybe he lied to me, and you know, and then I went crazy. Yeah, let me hear that. But I felt like she never owned up to it. She was never woman enough to own her story.
So what is it that happened with them? Because I've heard this.
nobody knows. She, you know,
Everybody has a story online that they're telling, but nobody really knows the story because she never really told the story.
What is stalking exactly?
she hypnotized them,
Stalking
nigga.
is like, I keep on hitting you on social media, showing. Is that
Showing up at places
Like,
where I'm not invited to.
yeah.
like
because if it's public and he's putting out there that he's going to be somewhere, maybe
He
he's
blocked
just a
you
big
and you
fan.
calling him from every other phone number you can find.
well, what is it? It's like and this is online. Like, it's
11
like,
counts.
Yeah, it's like she was like harassing his
He
wife.
put a restraining order on her. Or something.
Yeah, like a lot of crazy stories, and this is all like online.
So he
not
fell
like-
in love with his stalker?
But I don't
know.
I'm in love with a stalker.
I feel like she
But
got
the
a
way
lot to
it
prove off of
goes,
that.
right? Because it doesn't make any sense. The only way, even though I don't care for the woman, the only way I can like kind of put this into words is he was cheating with this girl. The wife finds out, and she starts doing.
You know,
all this
guys will
crazy
say
stuff.
anything.
And they'll say
Absolutely,
anything.
they will.
And then, in order to keep the wife, she makes him file a restraining order, which they did. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
thinking that's what happened. I think she was harassing. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think
Guys will lie about anything. She raped me.
You a big person for doing that, because I would have been like, that bitch was crazy. She was stalking.
No, I'm just saying we wanted to hear the story. Like,
Nah,
I
you
really
gave-
wanted
you
to
gave
hear-
her-
I wonder if she'll ever tell that story.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, y'all knew she was crazy, so it's really y'all.
But not to this extent. It's like something missing. You know, where you have boundaries or you have something that clicks and says like, okay, this is going too far. Or okay, like, you
That's
know,
enough.
That's enough. Like, okay, we're gonna lose this show if we keep on this, because we are. You know what I mean? If we keep on down this route, it's just not clicking.
Because people like that don't think that. They think, I'm going to get my own show. I'm the star.
Right.
I'm,
But
and
that's
we
what
know
they're saying.
somebody
That's
like
what
that.
that's what they're saying.
The crazier she kept getting, she goes, oh, I'm the star. I'm going to do
Well,
that.
that's what she's saying. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, she's
like,
saying,
yeah,
I'm
the
bigger
star.
than the
People
show.
need to stop rewarding bad behavior.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
I totally
Yes.
agree.
Yes.
For these
Like,
whack
stop giving
assholes.
people this platform where the worse you act, the more attention
Yes,
you get.
yes.
We need to like really
But the
champion.
bottom feeders are the ones that support the bottom feeders.
I love
the bottom
that.
feeders. They are, because they're really like praising her and bigging her up. Like,
That's me.
yeah,
That's how it would be.
exactly. You know what I mean?
So
I
she
just
got
feel
her
like-
own crew. Like,
She
how
got-
it's the
yeah,
beehive,
of
it's the bottom feeder.
Yeah, it's just
Do you guys watch the show, like the episodes, and like
I watch them when they send it to me, and I give my notes for editing and stuff like that. But lately, I haven't been watching it. I've just been too turned off.
Right. It's hard when it's not the vision that you had.
Absolutely. You know, it's just like, this. I feel like I'm watching Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
Ugh. What?
not that that's a bad thing.
There we go, PR. Carmena stepped
I
in.
just wanted my show to be different. I didn't want that Love and
Right.
Hip Hop feel. I
Listen,
feel like,
trust me, I know we had a show on VH1.
Yeah.
Gossip Game. I thought it was gonna be different too.
yeah.
I was like, yeah, just gonna be the same shit. She was like, this is gonna be different.
Like if somebody would say, Kijafa, do you want to do Love and Hip Hop? Absolutely not. I know I don't want to be a part of that. You know, but I feel like that's what our show is given.
Right.
Very much so.
And that's the sad part about it. Is that wasn't your vision?
No.
But the women that are bringing that to the scenes, clearly they're thinking that that's what they need to do, and it's just like,
It's low key all we're allowed to have nowadays. It seems
yeah,
like.
it's like no, we
see
work
some-
so much more.
Right.
Like you said, like it's so much going on, so many other things that we can showcase and that we can put out there. But this is what y'all want to give,
Right.
Like, really? Yeah, that's what you want to give? So you just want your kids to go back and look at this? Let me tell you, the first episode, I asked my daughters, because they was sneaking and watching.
You know
I was like,
it.
what did y'all think about the show? And my youngest daughter, she was like, Mommy, I thought it was going to be more of a family show. And it hurt my heart so bad. Like,
Right.
man, my daughter really got to see me act like this on TV. Darn.
And I'm sure you got to think about all of that when you're like, hold on, my daughters is watching.
I do. I wanted to, like I said, I was fine with giving a little bit of drama, because I know that's what we have to give. But I'm like, can we showcase our businesses? Can we showcase us doing other things? I got a store in Saudi Arabia. Like, come on.
Right. Or they'll be like, yeah, they'll film it, and then next thing you know, that's not a part of the
It doesn't
cut.
make it.
Like, really?
So right.
Yeah.
That's what happened on the show I did. They showed me before I bought my house, like looking for a house and doing all that stuff. That shit ain't make it on the
That's
show.
never in there.
Everything gets cut.
They make you look whatever way they
Yo,
want.
we should team up and start our own network.
Yeah. Listen, you
I
see.
don't know. They said Bill Cosby did that. Look where he is.
Yeah, shh. Don't say that on the
Hold
mic.
on.
I want everybody to be.
Don't finish that drink, girl.
They shut him down when he said that.
Oh no, I ain't make your drink. I did.
It's like, damn, can we have something positive that you know, they not gonna.
You want to keep it going though. You want Baller Wives to come back. Like, do you want to keep it going?
I would love for it to keep going on, but just on a different level. Just
in the
you
vision
know,
that you
like
had
I feel like we didn't show none of the balling shit that we do. I felt like we was just doing regular hood shit.
Right.
Like, what did we do that was so baller wife?
Throwing drinks.
Yeah, you know.
That was you, Carmena. But
But I gotta say thank you for my friend. Like, you know, I was a little upset at her. Like,
She was
damn.
mad.
Because I'm just like, yo, I know this is going to lead into so much more drama, and that's what our show wound up being about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this damn drink being thrown in this
But
girl's
it's like
face.
but she was gonna be cursing you out every scene. Like, fuck you, bitch. You know, with her, everything.
Right.
Everybody's a monkey in a wig. Everybody's
Right.
you know, and as black women, why are we calling each other that? You know
Right.
what I mean?
So if you weren't pregnant, what would have happened?
Or I would have went to jail that night. I would have went to jail.
Thank God for the baby boy.
Yes, that's why I said, oh, God placed this baby here at a good time because I would have went to jail because it was just too much.
Yeah.
40 minutes. And I kept saying, like, afterwards, you know how you replay things in your head? I'm like, why didn't I just leave?
That's a fact.
Why didn't I
You
walk
definitely
away?
could have left.
We should all
know.
got up and just like, oh, this is all you.
I'm not
got.
And this
doing
was Carmena's event. Why didn't we say, like, security, get her out of here? Like, why? Why did we even entertain
In
this?
retrospect.
Being in the moment.
And I was like, ladies, let's be classy. Ladies, that's how it started. Me and Janine, the other
I'm
girl,
gonna throw this thing real fast.
But that was like
That was a whole lot of
the
water.
best drink throw ever.
So
Ever.
when you had your appearance on, I don't want to say them
Basketball
all.
Wives?
Yeah, Basketball Wives.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't want to say because I always confuse them all. Because sadly, they all run into being the same show. But was that before? Was that during the time you were filming for Baller Wives, or was that before?
It was promotion to lead
Right.
up to our show.
Well, I figured that, but was it at the same time? Like, were y'all already filming for Baller Wives, or
I
was it
think we
prior
had-
to?
No, we had just that show we filmed, and then it was like maybe a week or two later we started filming for our show.
And
You
then
think, you think some of the other women feel a way that it's your show? Like that's your
Absolutely.
That's what this whole issue
Absolutely,
is about.
because they you know, everyone's husband is somebody, and everybody wanted EP credits as well.
right.
But you grabbed them to do the show, right? Correct?
Well, they actually approached me to do the show.
Okay.
And I was just like, no, you know, no, I'm not.
So
doing
the
it.
different, no, I mean like the different wives that are on the show.
Some of the
What-
wives she chose.
Yeah, that's what I
That-
mean.
that
Did
was-
you
but-
choose
but
them?
This
Yeah.
was a show. We pitched a very similar show to this, but the problem was VH1 already had rights to Football Wives.
Oh, right. I remember
So
that
it was
show.
no whatever. So our thing was do this show. Her ask for EP credit because of who her husband is,
Right.
and he's going to be the big name
Right.
anyway
Right.
to like spearhead this whole thing. And maybe from this, go back to VH1 with all the other shows that we've been pitching for 6 years. Like, hey, we have good
Right.
content. So that was the whole
So it's like
thing
a
behind
compromise.
it. Exactly.
I'll come on the show. You give me EP credit because we're the biggest ones on here.
Exactly.
And then
Absolutely.
now I have an opportunity to have these relationships
Right.
and,
And they
pitch my own.
agreed too.
Yeah,
You know,
and
they're
they
willing to
agreed,
hear
yeah.
all my show ideas now, my 100 of show ideas that we have.
Every
And that's
day
what
we
I
got
want to
a
do.
new
I
show.
really wanted to use this as a stepping
cool.
stool to, you know, further my career.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So
trying
that
not-
was the-
Mike
that
is
was
not
the
going to be the only
goal.
one bringing in some money around here. Yes, I want to
That
come
was
to the
the
table with
goal.
some bread. So.
But you know what I mean? I just wish, I always say I want good karma. So I wish Stacey nothing but the best. If that's what I'm quite sure she doesn't
Some
wish
good
the same for-
Carmena.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I just wish it was just a better, environment. Like she didn't come in the scene with the whole cursing and attacks and all of that.
I like your attitude towards it because me, I would have been like, fuck that bitch because she's a stalker. And
We know.
Stupid ass bitch.
I would have been dumbass bitch. Fucking bitch.
And trust me,
Stupid bitch.
we be wanting to go there too, but at the end of the day, we see the vision like, damn, that's not where we want to go.
Right.
The rule
You
is
know?
do not respond to her. She
Right.
asks us. She gets, people. She, whatever. Like, no.
You know me. I don't be responding to no bullshit.
I don't.
I
do
respond.
not.
I let people talk to themselves.
I respond for
Angela
you.
is the
Anything,
queen
like,
of
I am
whatever
the
bitch.
queen
Yeah.
of
Whatever
I am
bitch.
not going to give you this attention that you want.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Do not
Like,
respond.
respond
on a
for
show,
her.
I
You do?
talked
Yeah.
about it, but now I'm like, I ain't talking about her. I ain't getting paid no more to talk about her.
No, we don't respond. Like, no, do not respond.
I tell you not to respond and then I respond.
Yeah. Yeah, and L'Oreal can't help
No,
herself.
I don't
And
think a
"What the fuck are
reunion
you
would be
doing?"
safe. At this
Victoria
point.
responds
Right.
for me. She
Because
be
you just
going.
so much going on.
Victoria
That's what's
responds.
up.
Yeah, she
Right.
responds.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah, Victoria be
What?
responding.
Like, yeah.
Victoria
Don't
done got
respond. I
blocked and
respond.
everything. She was on there. Yes.
Yeah, my friends too. My
Yeah.
friends give, but
I get
I
blocked.
listen. I'd be like, listen, I'm just gonna let it go, let it be. You know, I got
hard, though, to be the
I got
bigger
big.
person.
You know what you got to think about though? I got bigger things happening.
Yes, exactly.
I have
That's
endorsements.
exact-
Listen,
I have a job.
I got big things happening, but I got time.
Right.
Big shit popping, little things
They
stopping.
go, wait,
I got
they
time
go low,
today.
you go lower.
Exactly.
They go low, we go low. Yeah.
L'Oreal.
We need her on the
L'Oreal.
show. On a reality
L'Oreal,
show.
come
You're,
on.
you're a good candidate for a reality show.
L'Oreal will go crazy
Okay,
on
and that's
somebody.
lips
And it's
all
around.
day.
All right, well, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Kijafa, Carmena. I was about to call you. What was I about to call you?
Karma.
Oh, yeah. Karma to Carmena. But we appreciate y'all for coming through.
Thank
Seriously.
you so much.
You know, we be at home watching Baller Wives, so
Gosh.
I just had
You
to.
know, I'm trying to get my throw and drink technique down, girl.
It's all in the wrist. You guys all in the wrist.
Your drink too low right now.
Yeah. I gotta stay away from y'all. Y'all bad influence. I see.
You the bad
No, I'm
Yes,
chilling.
you are.
I'm
I'll
chilling.
get in a lot of trouble with you.
Yes.
Where y'all going tonight? She coming with y'all?
I'm out. I'm out
Go
there.
do dinner now.
On the towel, right?
Got to feed that baby.
Absolutely.
I hear that.
All right.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much, ladies.